We are at the regional, 2A regional at Hill City. This is Melanie Catron's first throw in the discus. Really good throw. So far, it's the furthest I've seen. .96.10 by Melanie Catron. First throw right out of the hat has got one out there at 96 feet. Nice throw. She will have two more throws. Then, if she makes the finals, they'll take the top 7 people and they go to the final. So Melanie with a 96.10 throw surely will be in there on her first throw. So we'll be back with her next two throws here in just a minute.
David, what are you wearing? Why are you wearing?
Did have the camera on Melanie Catron with her third throw. Nice throw. Can't tell at the angle I'm at.
How far was that one, please?
88.10 and a quarter first throw, the best in this first flight. So she should move into the finals with that first throw. Nice job. Melanie done with the, well, I'm going to call them the prelims and the girls discus, and we'll catch Cameron Knox in his third and final throw on prelims and shot. Third and final throw, shot put, boys. I'm going to say men's because there's not a man here with the stature of Cameron Knox here. Cameron out there at 54 feet 5 inches his first throw, second throw. He's got two throws over 53 feet. Third and final throw to push him into the finals here. And we'll see if he can better that 54.5 mark. Awesome throw. Way out there. .55 2. Started out 53.2, 54.5, and 55.2. Awesome effort. Cameron Knox, big throw. That should pretty much get him where he needs to be in the finals. Even they might take a prelim throw and call it good enough. There's not too many people can throw over 55 feet. But we'll have to wait and see. And we'll be over with Melanie Catron, first throw and a shot here in just a minute. Melanie Catron's first throw. .31 8.5. Nice effort there by Melanie Catron. First throw, shot put. We We'll be back with her second throw, and we'll go over and catch Cameron. I think I can get Devin from over here on his discus throw. So I will reposition and be back. Devin Knox, discus. Nice throw. We'll wait, catch his length. Melanie Catherine's second throw here. Women's shot, first throw, 31.8. Scratch, just barely out of bounds. We do have a thrower at 36 feet in this flight. So Melanie solidly in second or third here in the first flight. We'll be back with her third throw here in just a minute. Melanie Catherine's third and final throw in the shot. I'm having to catch her from the discus pit. Has a throw at 31.9, 31.8. That's a good throw, but she doesn't like it. $29.3.5, so her first throw at 31.8 is definitely her best. First throw, Cameron Knox in the men's discus. $126.4, the thrower before Cameron. Cameron doesn't take a lot of time in the pit when he gets in there. Good throw. $135.7, Cameron's first throw. Excellent throw right out there. 135.7, Cameron Knox, discus. We'll be back with his next two throws here in just a minute. Cameron Knox, second throw, men's discus. First one's out there, 135.8. Good throw. Solid. Solid. Way out there again at that 135-foot mark. Cameron comes out to retrieve the disc. $139.3 betters his first throw of 135 by 4 feet. Big throw by Cameron Knox, disc out there at 139.3. Be back with his third and final throw here in just a minute. Cameron Knox, third and final throw here in the, I'm going to call it prelims, discus, men's. Got 3 throws out there in really good shape. They're going to mark that, so it's good. It's off the right side a little bit. .138.1 on that one. He had a throw at 140. So that should put Cameron squarely into the finals to take the top 7 throwers in both flights, and they move on to the finals. So we'll be back with finals or javelin or wherever he goes next. Melanie Catron here with her first throw here in the finals. Girls disc. That one wasn't good, off balance, and she scratched on the first one there. We'll be back with her second throw here in a minute. Okay, Melanie Catron, her second throw. Women's disc. Finals. Just barely out, scratch. I turned to look. It was a very, very good throw, but right on the line, so that is a scratch. 1 throw remaining. We'll be back with that in just a minute. Cameron Knox, disc, low liner. Good throw, but not enough distance. We'll catch him on his next throw. Okay, Melanie Catron's third and final throw. Women's disc. Well, that was a good throw. She almost threw it clear out here to me. I think it was 95 even, so that's a good throw. Good throw because she'd scratched on her first 2. We'll slip over and get Cameron's second throw on the disc. Cameron Knox, second throw in the disc. First throw I did not get the length, so we look for Cam to be around or above the 140 foot mark. Good throw.
Qualifying finals in the girls triple disc. We have Nicole Brink of Atwood, Alexander of the City.
Cam scratched on that throw. He'll have 1 more throw. We'll be back with his third throw in just a minute.
Second place, qualifying for state, Herbert of Ellis. And in first place, they throw.
Cameron Knox, third and final throw in the disc with a chance to qualify for state. It's a good throw. We'll wait on the 126, not Cameron's best. Preliminary throw of about 140 feet is probably his better throw today.
I hope that wasn't Aaron's last throw.
Over 31 foot, looks like that's a good throw for Melon. Jamel's next over there. Third and final jump for Jamel in the triple jump. Has qualified for state in the high jump. Had to have gone over 6 foot, I would imagine. We'll have to wait for the official time, or the height. There he goes. Still warming up. Good job. They're pulling the tape.
Can you read their
Can't read their lips, so it looked long. It looked good. We will have to wait for the final length to see what and if Melanie will qualify for state in the shot put. She's in the disc. Fourth place finish here at Hill City puts her qualified for state, and we'll have to wait for the final results on the shot put.
roots, girl? Ryan's final jump in the finals of the long jump.
We're up on top now. Charles T and I have got it set up on the tripod. Amber Buckles just getting ready to run. We just watched
Boys triple jump will begin at 4:15.
Audie Atwell
First call for boys triple jump.
take second place in her heat of the 110 low hurdles. So this will be Amber Buckles. Prelims here, 110 hurdles, or 100, excuse me. 100 meter lows, Amber in the middle of the track. Oh, caught her foot on one and fell. First time I've seen her catch one all year long. Has been so solid on hurdles all year long. Now she's going very smoothly. Tough luck. Amber caught the third hurdle and went down. One more heat of girls, and then we will, no, they're raising them up now, so we should be getting ready for the men's 110 high hurdles. Back with you at Hill City, Kansas, 2A regional track. The girls disc, girls shot, boys disc, boys shot. First round is done. Melanie Catron moves on to the finals in both events, I believe. I know she does in the disc for sure. I'm not sure about the shot. Cameron Knox with a enormous throw of 55-2 in the shot put will put him in the finals, if not win it. We are fairly confident that Ryan Weedle won the long jump, and Cam went over to throw the javelin. We came up to get set up. We're running prelims now. The 100-meter low hurdles done. Amber Buckles and Audrey Antwell have ran. Audrey Antwell will probably advance. Amber had some tough luck on the third hurdle, and so now they've moved the hurdles, and we're getting ready for boys 110 high hurdles. And right off the get-go, Kenton Lomberger will be in the first heat, running in the middle of the track, lane 3. And the starter just blew the whistle, so we are just about ready for prelims, 110 highs. Starter has the gun up, and the runners backing into the blocks. Fairly nice track here at Ring Neck Park. Hill City Ring Necks. I don't know if it's Ring Neck Park or not. Middle of the track. Kenton Lomberger smooth over the first 3. Third one, good shape. He has got a 5-meter lead, cruising right along. Will take this first heat without any problem at all. Kenton Lomberger.
Qualifying for finals.
I don't know. We probably don't have a time on it. Kenton, not too much of a problem there. We'll move on. Atwell moves on in the 100 hurdles.
And Bishop from Leone, Wichita.
Second heat coming up. And I don't think we field another hurdler in the men's. So we'll shut it off and we'll be back when we can either catch Melanie Catron with her discus behind us. 100-meter hurdle or 100-meter dash will be next. So prelims.
In 6th place, Baker from Hoxie. In 5th place, Goodman from Trigo. In 4th place and qualifying for state, Mercer from Atwood. 3rd place, state qualifier, Casey from Ellis. 2nd place, state qualifier, Weedle from Minneapolis. And 1st place and a state qualifier, Welter from Hill City, with a jump of 21 feet 7 3/4 inches. Knox of Minneapolis, Ogbright from Atwood, Palmer from Smith Center, Bichet from Stockton, and Jeffrey from Hill City.
Cameron Knox with enormous throw in the shot put, 55-2. Chuck and I picked a nice spot, except for the fact we get a lot of traffic here. So if they'll just bring us a hot dog or a hamburger every time they come by, we'll be in good shape. Getting ready for the 100-meter dash prelims, and marked on my area track honor roll in the Salina Journal, Johnson from Quinter has an 11:04, and Casey from Ellis with 11:02. Third best in the state is Minneapolis' own Kenton Lomberger with a 10.79. Kenton's going to be in the second heat here. Has already qualified for finals in the 110 high hurdles, along with Audrey Atwell in the 100-meter low hurdles for the girls. So it will be interesting. The Osborne kid gave Kenton quite a run up at Beloit relays, plus clipped him in the 300s, just outlaned him at the end.
Qualifiers for finals.
Now, second heat here in the 100-meter dash, 100 meters. Kenton Lomberger in the middle of the track will be in lane 3.
Crabtree from St. Francis.
3 or 4.
Catron from Minneapolis. Those are finals qualifiers for women's shot put.
And Catron qualified for the finals in the girls shot put. Best throw I saw she had was about 31.8. Kind of a nice day here north of Waukene, America, at Hill City, home of the Hill City Ringnecks. Breeze starting to kick up a little bit out of the west, which will be at the backs of the runners. The track is set up just exactly like what we have at Minneapolis, only this track is laid in here east and west. So from the west, 100-meter dash starts and finishes on the east side. Track is somewhat newly recovered just in the last year or so. So it's a good track, good grip. The starter's got the gun up and he has them set. 100-meter dash. Kenton Lonberger, middle of the track, lane 3. Oh, and Osborne runner presses Kenton a little bit, but Kenton shuts the door on him, and we had a runner pull an old hamstring. It looks like a runner.
Catherine of Minneapolis, Reichert of St. Francis, Boucher.
I can't tell where he's from. Locked up with a hamstring. Kenton won that 100 meters in 11:3.6. So not his fastest time. He doesn't have to run it in prelims. It moves him on to the finals, 100 meters. So Kenton's in the 110s, 100s, and Minneapolis track team qualifying in most events.
Downs Lakeside, Lonberger of Minneapolis, Arnold of Smith Center, Coleman of Oakley, Conway of Osborne.
It's the Conway kid from Osborne that's going to be tough. So we'll be back with the 200-meter. Excuse me. I thought we had one more qualifier. We got another runner here in the 100 meters. Trayer Gassman is in the second heat. My apologies, Trayer, right there in lane 1. Starter has a gun up. Second heat here. Trayer needs to finish in the top 3 or 4 to move on to the finals. If the time's good enough. Somebody false started. And they're telling me it's lane 4, so we're safe there. Trayer in lane 1.
Winner. In 5th place, Keller of Ellis. In 4th place, qualifying for state, Jones of Smith Center. 3rd place, state qualifier, LaRoche of Osborne. 2nd place, state qualifier, Wolf of Quinter. And in 1st place with a jump of 13 feet, Benning of Atwood.
Yeah, they've got him back in the blocks again after that false start. Less the runner in lane 4. Oh no, lane 5, excuse me, is gone. Trayer Gassman, lane 1. Good start, Trayer off really good. Very good. Actually, he's going to be pressed by a couple of runners. Will finish 4th. Maybe 3rd. So Trayer with a nice effort there.
Finals qualifiers for men's shot put. Herbert of Ellis, Petit of Osborne, Recess of Oakley, Hess of Ellis.
We did see a couple throws out there about 49 feet, but didn't see much over.
Start over. Finals qualifiers for men's shot put. Knox of Minneapolis, Herbert of Ellis, Petit of Osborne, Irwin of Hoxie, Reiner of Atwood, Benning of Atwood, and Rice of Smith Center.
Prelims.
After the javelin finals, qualifiers.
Minneapolis will field Jared Shoemaker on the women's side.
Of Smith Center, Knox of Minneapolis,
And
Reiner of
will
Atwood, Hubbard of Smith Center, and Kati of Osborne.
Cameron qualifying in both shot put and the disc with prelim throws of 55 feet 2 inches. Now can they take the prelim distance? I know they use it for a tiebreaker. Now getting ready for 200-meter prelims. Girls. We think we will have Jara Shoemaker today in the 200 and 400.
Finals qualifiers for women's 100-meter dash. Wiles of Downs Lakeside, Taylor of Ellis, Rickford of Leoti, Wichita, Owings of Plainville, Johnson of Brookville, El Saline, and Cooksey of Oakley. First and second call for girls triple jump. First and second call girls triple jump.
I'll check and mentioned earlier I just about had to field a tape measure on the girls disc there to start with.
So what are you saying?
It's running a little slow, but I guess we do have a wait in between prelims and finals. Of an hour and a half.
Yeah. Good for concessions.
Plus, I am yet to see a schedule of any way, shape, or form.
The lady at the front table, she said she only had one.
Come on, Jamie.
You got that on or off?
Come on, Jamie! Go, Jamie! Come on, Jamie! Come on! Come on, Jamie! Jamie! Jamie, run! Come on, Jamie!
Now in the second heat, Jara Shoemaker for Big Blue. Lady Lions will be somewhere in the middle of the track. Looks like lane 4 or 5.
I have the finals for the women's long jump.
Kind of working her way back into shape after a injury. It seems like the back gives her a little problem after she gets done running, but during the race itself, she feels pretty good.
Third place qualifying
So to
second place state qualifier
qualify for state, need to get through this regional here. So
4 3/4, Kelsey Griffin of Hill City.
second heat, prelims, women's 200. Shoemaker for Minneapolis. To a regional here at Hill City. And it's hot. I'm doing another coat of sunscreen or carbon fry on the side of my head. Good start. Shoemaker in lane 6, actually.
Come on, Demi! Go, Demi! Come on, Demi! Come on,
Moving right along, she's right there in 3rd.
Run, Demi, run! Come on, Demi! Dig it!
Now 4th.
Qualifying for finals in the men's 100-meter dash.
And Jerry ends up 4th place.
Winner, Casey of Ellis. Lawnberger of Minneapolis. Long of Osborne.
And we will have one more girls
And Montgomery of
200-meter prelims, and then we'll get the men's 200 meters. So we'll be back with that here in just a minute. Third and final heat of the prelims. This is the last race of prelims. Kenton Lomberger with probably the best time in 2A. Area wide has no other area wide participants close to his time of 22.4. Jake Sharp, Salina Central, and Winkle of Salina South are the other two times ahead of Kenton. Kenton's time's third best in the area. Starter has the gun up, or has blown the whistle to get the runners back into the blocks. Ryan Weedle has qualified for state in the long jump with a jump right around 21 feet. Took second place here. And there was a jumper out there at 21.8 or so. Ryan qualifies. In good shape. Kenton Lane 3 out in good shape.
Come on, Kelly!
Has made up the stagger on Osborne. In the middle of the track, Osborne right there with him. Kenton is not going to give in, and Kenton will end up first or second. Osborne running right with Kenton, runner on each side. And that's the way they finish with a time of 22.6, about a second faster than the first heat. So there could be maybe 4 or 5 runners from this heat qualify in the 200 and take the place of a couple in the first heat. We'll be back with finals here shortly. I think they start at 5, don't they?
6. Third and final call for girls triple.
So
Third and final call.
we do have a wait before the finals start.
6.
Team standings for the girls after completion of
Spencer starting lane 7, 4x8 Minneapolis.
Tied
Times to beat.
With 23 points. Fourth place.
3,200 meter relay.
Francis 24 points. Second place is Osborne with 35, and first place is Atwood with 54.
Spencer moves right up to 4th right there. I think we have a Hill City and someone else has a pretty good time in this. Spencer comfortably in 3rd, moving from 4th, and 3rd right behind Smith Center. The team with the black shorts.
59, first block.
Hurdle Hustlers, please report to the field by the start-finish line. Hurdle Hustlers, please report.
Spencer running smoothly. Now with a little breeze from the west. Will buck the wind as he heads down the backstretch. Had a pretty good first 400 split. And we didn't get
Yeah, it's time for everybody to get
my phone out to get the time. Spencer comfortably in 3rd. Pretty sure it's Smith Center 2nd. Could be Hoxie in 1st. Spencer finishing very strong here at the first leg of the 4x8. St. Francis right behind him. He'll hand off to Jamel Townsend. And Jamel with someone to chase. 2:07 first split for Spencer. Now with 2 in front of Jamel to chase is out comfortably, and St. Francis making up the distance behind him. Just 3 meters back. Now down the backstretch. They're bunched up in the middle with, I don't think that is Smith Center. Can't tell who it is. Not used to seeing these towns. Now St. Francis, Hoxie, everyone jumps in front of Jamel. Jamel jumps back down to the inside lane. And everyone is in the front pack. Now keep his chin down and head down that backstretch. Now Jamel moving up a little, needs to pick up a spot here, as Corey Lomberger will have the third leg when Jamel gets there. Jamel needs to, this heat, it's not easy. Now Corey Lomberger with the baton for Minneapolis. And that's anybody's race up in the front, Chuck.
I got one running this right now. The little one, the little fella.
Minneapolis running 6th.
1, 2, both hurdles, and I got 400 in a hurdle and a relay.
Corey with 5 to chase down in front of him, doing a fine job with his third leg. Need to finish in the top 4 to advance to state. Stockton, Smith Center, Hill City, St. Francis. All in front of Minneapolis. Now the backstretch. Time for a 300 kick. Hot day, it's hard to get too enthused about running fast. Corey's going to get one right here. Make up a little distance and get close to St. Francis to give Peyton Owens a chance. Hill City, St. Francis, Smith Center, Stockton, Minneapolis. Corey getting ready to hand off to Peyton Owens. 2 places to make up to get us into state. 2 laps. Peyton Owens now with the baton for Minneapolis. Peyton Owens in 6th. Excuse me, 7th. Excuse me, he's still in 6th because of the El Saline runner. Quinter in solid red there just in front of Peyton Owens.
Final results of the women's 4x800 meter relay. 6th place, Downs Lakeside. 5th place, Atwood. 4th place, Hill City. 3rd place, Oakley. 2nd place, St. Francis. And in 1st place with a time of 10 minutes, 14.5 seconds.
Kind of looks like that's the way it's going to be. The field is spread out. Peyton Owens with probably 200 meters to make up too many positions. Just needs to make up 2 more to get qualified for state. Home crowd rooting on the Hill City Ringnecks. Did I say rednecks? I didn't mean to say that, Chuck. And here's Peyton Owens finishing strong for Minneapolis. And that's the way it'll end up with the 4x8 in 6th place, with a time of right at 9 minutes flat. Not their best time at all. Hot day though. So 2 positions short of qualifying for state. Minneapolis 4x8 will not be running at state, boys. Up next, the 110 or 100 hurdles, 100 meter hurdles for women. Then we'll have the 110s. So we'll be back with Audrey Antwell and Kenton Lundberger here in just a minute. Girls, 100 meters, low hurdles, qualifying for the finals. Audrey Antwell for Minneapolis, running right in the middle of the track. Lane 5. Top 4 to move on to the state, qualify for state. Audie's time is usually right around 16 or just under. That will get her qualified here today, that's for sure. Wind at her back. Sun back out again after a shady half hour or 45 minutes. It's a good start in the middle of the track. Audie, very good over the hurdles. Looking good in 3rd place, looking for 2nd. Audie's going to have to hurry. She does get 3rd place, looks like to me. Time right at 16 seconds. Looked like the winner was there at 15.9. So Audrey Antwell will qualify for state in the 100 meter low hurdles. Next up, the guys, they'll raise it up the hurdles and put in lengthen them out a little bit. It's not another set actually, they just stagger them a little different. So we have the 110 meter high hurdles. Kenton Lundberger for Minneapolis will be right in the middle of the track in lane 1, 2, 3, lane 4. So we'll see.
6th place, Minneapolis. In 5th place, Stockton. 4th place, St. Francis. 3rd place, Smith Center. 2nd place, Hoxie. And in 1st place, the time of 8 minutes, 38.7 seconds, Atwood.
What that little man needs. boys 110 high hurdles. In the area wide, Kenton Lonberger with one of the fastest times in the state. Conway from Osborne right beside him will present some competition here as Kenton gets ready for the finals. 110 high hurdles. Guns up, they're off. Good start. Conway, Lonberger side by side. Conway and Lonberger side by side. It's a good race. Conway and Lonberger. Kenton will finish second place with, we knew that Conway from Osborne with maybe just a little bit better time. Kenton will need to save something for later. Will qualify for state in the 110 high hurdles. Unofficial time of 15.8, 15.33, the winning time. Kenton, a strong second place finish. Will move on and qualify for state. Now we will run the mile. Now, not much recoup time for Kenton Lonberger. He's right back at the starting line in the blocks, getting ready for the 100 meters. Kenton's best time here, 10.79. Puts him in the area wide, right up close to the top. Sharp and Winkle, the two Salina kids, have a little faster time. Kenton a 10.79 will be in the middle of the track in lane 4. And we look for a quick start out of the blocks. Jake Sharp from Salina with the faster time, but Kenton just, excuse me, 1/100th of a second behind him.
Come on, Kellen.
Come on, gotta be top 3. Top 4. He's top 4.
Guns up.
Well, move that way. You look like somebody I could tell.
Wind at their back. Should be fast.
Kellen!
Come on, Kellen!
Kenton Lonberger right in the middle of the track with a burst of speed. Looks like we'll win this 100-meter dash. Good job, Kenton Lonberger. I think he did.
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't watching to see who won it.
It was close.
Well, I was watching the Osborne to see if Kellen made it. But I don't know. It's going to be close on 4.
Through 100, I didn't think Casey could.
Yeah.
Kellen from Osborne, Lonberger, Minneapolis, and
Yeah, I did.
it's like they're picking Kenton first, looks like.
I was looking at 4th because that's what Kellen was trying for. 3rd and 4th. He was fighting with his tail on 4th. He was like seeing.
Okay, we're rolling.
Ladies 1600, Annalena, and I'm gonna call her name right. I've been calling her Stenson, that's not right. Simmons. Annalena, sorry. We'll start out doubled up in lane 5. Times have just gotten super better all year long. 12 runners here. Regional finals, Hill City. Good start. We'll probably be looking at a time right around 6 minutes for the winner. And Annalena drops right in there at the back of the pack.
Top 4 here too.
Final call, boys, 1,600-meter run. Report to the bullpen. Boys, 1,600-meter run. Please report to the bullpen.
Always nice to point total the regional and take home the hardware, but it's still best to qualify your race for the state competition next week. Still with another 2 races to go. Canton qualifies in the 100 meters. We'll have the 200 and a now Annalena right there. Yeah, Chuck gives me the number 1 finger. So Canton did win the 100 meters there. It looked like he had him as they passed us. We're not right close to the finish line, so hard to tell
Only
from our angle.
Coaches and athletes are allowed on the football field at this time. Everyone else needs to please clear the football field immediately. Only coaches.
Annalena running smoothly.
Football field. Thank you.
And 10th.
Yeah, she jumped from Toma 2 years. Then their folks moved on.
Well, they debated. I was gonna have a witness. Yeah. What about my tattoo?
It'll be a sun field here in a little bit, won't it, Chuck, with the sun clearing the west? I think that's why they set football fields north and south. Now Annalena moving up on Stockton.
I thought I read that. Yeah.
St. Francis with 2 runners up there. Osborne runner in about 5th. Hill City and Ellis.
First call, girls and boys, 440-yard relay. First call, girls and boys, 440-yard relay. At the final placing for the women's 100-meter high hurdles, in 6th place, Healed from Downs. 5th
That
place,
surely wouldn't be a 440-yard relay.
4th place, Bishop from Leota. 3rd place, Atwell from Minneapolis.
Atwell with the 3rd place finish.
Center. And in 1st place with a time of 15:90, Nickelbrink from Atwood.
Atwell moves on to state. 100-meter low hurdles girls 3rd place finish here at the regional. Will qualify for state. One more lap to go. Annalena on the back stretch, moving along rather well.
Come on, Sloan, you gotta pick it up! Come on, Sloan! 2 more spots! Come on, you gotta move up! 2 more! Gotta pick up 2 spots!
Smith Center, Hill City, Osborne, and 2 Oakley runners. Trying to familiarize myself with the uniforms. Now Stockton and Minneapolis coming up the home stretch with 1 lap to go. Annalena should catch Stockton. I said that last lap. It's still about the same. Hot day like this, it's not much fun.
Did Jamie qualify? What did she jump at state last year?
5 foot, and she didn't even clear 5 foot.
Yeah, she had a hip injury.
Hoxie.
Come on, Aubrey! Let's go, Aubrey! Good job, Aubrey!
If she'd have cleared 5 foot, she would have been in second or third. But she went out with the pack.
Winning time in the mile under 5 minutes 30 seconds. A pretty good time for the ladies. 5:28 second place. First place 5:25. Comes the little Ellis girl, good little miler. She will finish third. Hill City is looking at, that's El Celine, excuse me, will be fourth place.
Oh, well, yeah, that'd be right.
Yeah, she's won that 2 years in a row at state.
And that's the way it'll finish. Smith Center 5th, Osborne 6th.
Wait until 5 foot, then starts.
2 Oakley girls,
Well, I knew I was in trouble.
Stockton and Annalena.
I jumped, but she walked out there at 5'7". About every girl there was about 6 feet.
Yeah?
So I knew we were in trouble.
Which one's your daughter?
The one that had to jump off?
Oh, the Taylor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, she's going to make it the 200 and 100, though.
She doesn't jump.
Now don't be so.
Annalena down the home stretch.
Well, she's already made it in the 100. She's there.
Well, I just told her set in the blocks. All you got to finish is top 4.
That's right.
Doesn't really matter.
And she made it in the 100. She was second, wasn't she?
6:50.
Yeah, but see,
We'll cross the finish line
she probably cleared higher than some of them.
right at 7 minutes.
That's what's got her so bummed out.
But, you know, that's the way it
6:59. Good finish for Annalena. Now we'll have the boys 1,600 meters.
She didn't want to do it. She wanted to high jump.
Well, she's a good one.
Will Corey run?
Nothing.
Well,
Peyton Owen?
kind of where the cookie crumbles, but
We may not have a men's runner, so we will be back
it's just too
4x1 action
was an alternate.
if the guys don't run 1,600. So we'll be back after this.
Yeah. Be Plainville.
Here, I'll tell you on the inside. There, sit. Did you insert? I'll tell you. And it should tell you. No. Not there. That's funny. All this from. Yeah, you did. That's funny.
4x1. Getting ready to take off. Minneapolis going to be out in lane 5. 4. And Trayer Gassman will hand off to Kyle Lonberger. Kyle will hand off to Schmitty. And Schmitty will hand off to Ryan Weedle. There will be a 10-minute break after this race before the Open 400. Gassman to run the first curve. Lomberger will run the back straight. Chance to stretch it out a little bit down the back stretch. Kyle can make up and extend the lead. Minneapolis looking to move on here and take this relay team to state.
I don't know if I messed up the speed. Is there like SP, SLP? I moved that little
400-meter relay, Minneapolis with a 4:54.15.
I think I moved it to SP.
Good start by Trayer. Trayer runs an excellent curve, has made up some of the distance. Good handoff to Kyle Lomberger. Lomberger down the backstretch. Good handoff to Schmidt. Schmidt running the curve. This is going to be tight at the end. Schmidt will hand off to Ryan Weedle. Ryan Weedle with the baton and the lead. And that's the way it'll finish. Minneapolis will lead and win this 4x1. Excellent, excellent handoffs all the way around. We didn't drop the baton. Oh, that's nice. Right, what a finish by Weedle, but excellent legs all the way around. Excellent handoffs by Lane 1 will just because he's walking in lane 1 doesn't mean he's somebody is going to be DQ'd. We'll have to wait to find out who.
Hope it's not us.
I don't know.
We look like we had good handoffs all the way around. Ryan's hanging in there pretty decent, so it must not be Minneapolis. I think it's the Leota team or Atwood all red. Anyway, Minneapolis finishes. I didn't get the final time. Drops their best time to under 44 seconds. Minneapolis with an unofficial 43.9 will move them up the ladder in times. Hill City here with a really good time in the area-wide 400-meter relay. We'll have a 10-minute break, and then we'll be back with 400 meters and Kyle Lomberger.
We're rolling.
I drank yours.
Open 400 meters, Jared Shoemaker, lane 6. Lane 5, excuse me. Starter's got the gun up. Good start, Jera. Smooth out of the blocks, has made up the stagger on, I think, the Atwood girl, or Smith Center girl, excuse me. Now out in the lead a little bit with Leota. There will be one more heat.
I don't think it doesn't have to be girls because they don't come up that fast.
Neil, where'd Sheila's husband come from?
Who?
Sheila Swifels.
Kraken.
McCracken?
Now the stagger
Are you going to Jacob's wedding?
has Jera.
I think he's from McCracken.
Is Grandma going?
He is too. Jeff Hinman?
Yeah, he's from McCracken.
Is starting to fade a little bit now. Quinter, Oakley, another Quinter. Smith Center. And Jera there. Not her best time. We didn't get her time, so we'll look at the next heat, and then the boys open 400. We'll be back with that here in just a minute. Third heat of the open 400 meters. We'll get you 3 of the top 3 times in the state. Keller from Oakley, Kyle Lomberger from Minneapolis, and Ryan Weedle from Minneapolis. So in the middle of the track, lanes 2, 3, and 4 should be interesting. Plus, I guess that's all that's here. Very good. This could be fun.
But they only got like the older blocks.
Well, I think Kyle's got somebody to run with the Oakley kid right there on his outside. If those 3 maintain the stagger, then it's just going to be who gets it out at the end. Starter has the gun up. Good start. Weedle lane 2, Lomberger lane 3, Keller, Oakley lane 4. Lomberger's made up the stagger, so is Weedle. Lomberger, Weedle. Lomberger, Weedle. Not taking anything for granted here. Big Blue. That Oakley kid is a strong runner. In lane 4, Lomberger with the lead. Weedle. Now Lomberger. Weedle. Here comes Oakley. Lomberger, Weedle. Weedle. Lomberger. Keller in that order. First, second, third. And Ryan Weedle out in the lead on this one. Kyle Lomberger with an excellent, strong finish. Second place, Weedle first in an unofficial time of 51 flat. It's what the clock had here too, so both Minneapolis runners right. 51-1 for Kyle and 51 flat for Ryan. I'll take that any day, either way. Keller kid with a heck of a finish for Oakley.
He got second, just right.
Keller 51.43, best time. Weedle 51.8. Just smoked his time and ran approximately a 51 flat. Lomberger running right on his good time. 51.13 is right there. So excellent finish. Open 400 for Minneapolis. We'll have to see how that ends up with the times in the other heats, and we didn't catch any of the times in the other heats, so definitely a first and second finish for Minneapolis in the open 400 meters. So Weedle first, Lomberger second, and the Oakley kid Keller third. Getting ready now for the 300 meter intermediates, and we'll get Odd Rantwell here in the girls. Hurdles are set. They got enough sets of them out there. Great race for Minneapolis there in the open 400, qualifying both Weedle and Lomberger for state competition. Doesn't hurt to be peaking this time of the year, and both those runners very strong individual efforts in the 400. And with the girls on the track and Audrey Antwell on the grass, I think we'll probably be in the second heat. So we'll be back with her race here in just a minute. Women's 300 meters, we will have Morgan Erickson in this first heat, and maybe Amber Buckles. Usually there are not too many 300-meter hurdlers. And that's definitely Morgan Erickson out in lane 3. First hurdle in good shape. Nice stride. Looking good. Is, I believe, in the lead. She's over the hurdles first as they go through the stagger. She's checked up on that one, though. Now running second, Erickson, Minneapolis. Trailing the Plainville girl now. El Saline girl. Morgan over the last hurdle and hits the finish line, third place finish, first heat. Second heat, I believe, will get us Audrey Antwell. Well, Charles T., we have the 200 meters and we have the 4x4 yet to score some points.
We should win the meet.
Yeah. Scored some real good points in the field events and high jump, triple jump, shot put, long jump.
Final results for the women's 400-meter dash.
Ryan Weedle,
Wiles of Downs Lakeside.
second place finish,
Harvey of Quinter.
all wrapped up, and a trip to state, so didn't chance an injury later on in the ladder jumps. Second place finish.
And in first place with a time of 1 minute and 1/2 second, French of Osborne.
60 seconds flat wins the ladies. 400, Audrey Antwell in lane 3. Over the hurdle first. And that one first. Very smooth over that hurdle. Check. Audie looking good here. Need a strong finish to maintain this lead. 300 meters is tough. Audrey Antwell in the lead here. She's got a 5-meter lead. St. Francis gaining on her. Audie hits the second to the last hurdle. Got one more hurdle. And Audrey Antwell will finish second place right behind St. Francis. Nice race for Audie Antwell. And an unofficial time of right at 50 seconds.
We'd like to ask
That's probably one of her
to please move away from the fence so the people seated
best.
in the stands can see. If the people standing down in the corner would please move away from the fence, we'd appreciate it. Thank you.
And that will qualify Audrey Antwell for state.
No, not necessarily. There's one more.
Oh, there's another heat? I stand corrected. There's one more heat. Girls, 300 meters. I didn't think there were that many 300 hurdlers in the state. second there at about 50 seconds, and here's one more heat. We'll have to wait to see if Audie qualifies. Plainville, Hoxie, Smith Center. And all three of those are right around 47, 48. It could be close for Rod Rantwell. Next up, the boys, and we'll be back with Kenton Lomberger and the 300 intermediates here in just a minute. They'll undoubtedly have a couple heats, so he should be in the last heat.
We're rolling. Here we go.
Before he started. I used to do these, and I spent a lot of time on the ground too.
We're on.
I gotta think that last one would be hard.
It's the hardest one.
Mike.
Still need to straighten out that hurdle down there.
In the high jump, and the highs.
Final call, girls 800 meter run. Final call, girls 800 meter run.
Third heat, 300 meter intermediate hurdles. Kenton Lomberger, Minneapolis, will run against Conway of Osborne, Johnson, Quinter, and Knoll of Hill City, I believe. And this could be pretty good here. 5 runners are in the area wide, with Kenton Lomberger's time at 39.85.
There he comes. Feel down at him. Go get the pillow.
Starters got him set. Good start by Kenton. Out of the blocks, has made up the stagger on Osborne already. Kenton right there. So quick when he hits the ground. If he doesn't check up on any of them here, should be okay. Lomberger. We'll have to hurry. Conway, Osborne. And Lomberger finishes third with a time of about 42 flat, which would, time-wise, put him in,
Yeah, it does count. He's not
qualifying him for state. Boy, that's close.
I did that a time or two. That's why it's a good thing not to have the
Quinter, hurdler.
Yeah, the ones like Osborne's got, I hate them. And they got ones on the very back.
Was right there. Probably his best time of the year. And Knoll of Hill City just barely in front of Kenton Lomberger.
I hate them.
So we'll have to wait to see if Kenton
We need field holder at the
qualifies for state.
Field holder, report to the finish line immediately.
So we'll be back when we have results.
Go ahead.
We were just commenting on the way the starter lined the girls up to start the 800-meter run, and they were allowed to move over anytime they wanted to after the gun went off. They lined them up almost straight across here at the starting line. I think it's every man for himself here.
No, they're correcting the situation.
That's what it is anymore.
I didn't think you could move over until those cones over there at the corner. I might be wrong.
No, you're right.
Spencer Brown in here for Minneapolis, and amongst the multitude of runners. About 16 or 18 runners here.
They can't be doing this.
That's kind of an odd way to start this.
And that's when you trip over people. They need to stay.
Oh well. I guess you see something new every day. Just doesn't look right to me. Spencer Brown right in the middle of lane 4.5 or 5.
It's dangerous.
It's very dangerous. Look at that.
That's not a good way to start those. Spencer did a good job positioning himself at the beginning of this.
Look at him go. That's
And Spencer right, handy right there in the middle, just 7 or 8 meters out of first place. On the inside now, moving up through runners. Nice move there to gain 3 positions. Spencer Brown kind of getting boxed in a little bit. Quinter on the outside of him. Hill City, excuse me, running 3 across. Spencer, it's kind of tough to maintain your feet when you're getting in traffic like that. Spencer running in 6th, needs 2 positions to qualify him for state. Now down the backstretch. Stretching out. Coach Brown giving him the whistle. He's hammering on it now. Spencer with a strong finish here has moved up. And here they come. Spencer, 3rd place right there out of the turn. Leota's hit the wall. Here comes Hill City. Spencer right there in 4th. Wow. Spencer outleaned him, I think, for 4th place and will qualify for state. What a finish. There's a couple tired guys at the end of that. We'll have to wait for the official finish, but Spencer Brown with a
Final results for the men's 300.
about a 208, 207.
6th place, Arnold of Smith Center. 5th place, Coleman of Oakley. 4th place, Johnson of Quinter. 3rd place, Lonberger of Minneapolis. In 2nd place, Canole of Hill City. And in 1st place at the time of 40.5 seconds, Josh Conway of Osborne.
Kenton Lonberger with a 3rd place finish in the 300-meter intermediates will get him qualified for state. trying to catch some recoup time before he runs a 200. Not much time for recovery. Spencer Brown, I think, got fourth place with a unofficial time of 2:05. What a nice finish. Last 200 meters for Spencer Brown made up 3 places. Well, he got a nice handshake from Coach Williams, so I think Spencer's in. Strong finish by Spencer Brown. Now, next up, 200 meters. We'll get Jared Shoemaker in the girls, and we will have Kenton Lonberger in the boys. So we'll be back with that here in just a minute.
Run. In 6th place, Dirks of Leota. In 5th place, Grieve of Osborne. 4th place, Moore of Downs Lakeside. 3rd place, Walters of Atwood. 2nd place, Frederking of Plainville. And in 1st place at the time of 2 minutes, 21.2 seconds, Oaks of Hoxie.
2:21. So the clock's not quite right. That's still a darn good time, though.
Hey, is he in lead 2?
Looks like it.
Hey.
He is.
There's nothing to say.
Guys, he's in lane 1. No, he's lane 2.
We're rolling.
200 meter dash. Finals. Kenton Lonberger, lane 2. Starter has the gun up, and runners are in the blocks. Top 4 will move on to compete at state next weekend in Wichita, Kansas. Prelims on Friday afternoon and finals Saturday. They're set. Good start.
Go, Kellen!
Good start. Good grief. There's one runner has got a lead. Kenton has got some to make up. Kenton isn't done yet. And that's Lonberger with the finish. Kenton Lonberger. Wow, I think he got him at the tape, Dad. What a finish. 3 right across there.
I take it this is mom. Congratulations.
Great finish. I think Kenton might have clipped.
Simmons of Minneapolis, report to the 3,200 meter run starting line immediately. Simmons of Minneapolis, please report immediately to the 3,200 meter run.
Lonberger with a great finish. Annalena moving in. They will start the 2-miler in just a minute as Annalena gets ready to run. We'll be back with the start of that here in just a minute.
No, my dad. First?
3,200 meters, and that's why they're starting up the track a ways, because we're told this is still a 440 track.
And we knew she would.
Hot day and
Whitney, she was mad all day long. I think she could run through. But at any rate, she
Yeah, that's the way it was.
her and the Schultz girl from Osborne had to jump off in the high jump. And so she had to take 5 extra. She's going in the other 3 laps. Anyway, how's the weather in South Florida?
Okay, because they sent the information that they like. Oh, okay, so if you don't pay attention.
Give me some commentary.
oh yeah, I gapped it out. Charles T's all over this thing, and I'm gawking around. Start of the ladies, 3,200. Annalena Simmons running there for Minneapolis, and it's a very long race, so we'll probably watch her here run a lap or two, and then we'll catch her at the finish. So she's usually a stronger runner at the finish. There's the little Ellis girl up in the front. She should, I'm assuming, will be there at the end. The way she ran the mile. Oakley jumps through to claim second place, and here comes the other Oakley girl. They want to keep the little Ellis girl in sight, and Annalena is right at the back of the pack. So we'll be back with Annalena to finish here in just a little bit. Annalena finishing up her last lap of the 2 mile here at the regional track meet, Hill City, Kansas. Winning time just went across the finish line at right at 12:35. Now down the back stretch, half a lap to go. She has lapped one girl on this race.
No, we don't have points in there. We don't have it on the points.
I don't know, but they do have the boys.
Yeah.
You guys don't have anybody in it.
All right, they're fine. Springfield's got a good mile relay.
Do you have a mile girl?
Yeah, girls.
Girls should be first or second.
Young girls, they always go first.
They should be first or second. They've only been beat by North.
What?
North's not here.
Annalena coming down the finish line here.
That's the only thing she did besides high jump today.
We'll finish in a really pretty good time for Annalena.
She didn't place it.
I don't think she made it. Sarah did. Sarah took second. Yeah.
At about a 15:30. Too bad. We'll be back with 4x4s.
No, I don't want to be flat on the
4x4 action. Minneapolis in lane 4. Spencer Brown will lead off for Minneapolis, and there was a little bit of controversy at the end of the 800-meter run. Spencer looked like he had 4th place, and they may have an objection there or two, and Spencer they called out in 5th place, so I don't know what's going to happen there. We'll probably file a complaint, that's for sure. Anyway, last race of the night. Spencer Brown. Oh, no. Ryan Weedle's going to lead off. I don't look far enough down the track. Spencer Brown will take the 2nd leg. And Jamal Townsend the 3rd, and Kyle Lonberger the 4th. Starter is off over there in the long jump pit. Guns up. I never did see the other arm go up, but he had a bullhorn to start him. Ryan Weedle with a good start has made up stagger on Lakeside. Now he's after another one. Be a nice time for a couple 50 flats by Mr. Weedle and Mr. Lonberger. It would ensure this relay team would be going to state. Now Weedle coming around the home stretch has a little bit of a lead. Oakley on the outside is coming. Hill City on the inside. Now Oakley has the lead, and Weedle will hand off to Spencer Brown. Good handoff now. Spencer Brown still in lane 4. Will get to cut over when they get to the cones. I didn't catch the split, but Chuck did. 51.8 first split for Ryan Weedle. Now Spencer Brown down the backstretch in 2nd place. Here comes Leota. St. Francis, Leota are all closing in on Spencer. Spencer's grinding on it. Hill City in 1st. Does have a better time than Minneapolis in this relay. Now Spencer Brown right with St. Francis. On the outside, Leota. What a gutty run by Spencer Brown. Now Jamal Townsend. 2nd place, St. Francis. 3rd. Hill City still in 1st. Jamal running comfortably. Now St. Francis on the outside. Passes. No, Jamal. Jamal still with position on the inside as they go into the curve. Now St. Francis up on Hill City's hip. Minneapolis 3rd. And Leota 4th. Come on, Jamal. Hill City 1st, St. Francis 2nd, Minneapolis 3rd. Here comes Leota. Oakley's back there. Here is Kyle Lonberger with the final leg for Minneapolis. And Lonberger wastes no time getting by St. Francis. Zoom, zoom. Now one more runner to catch, Kyle Lonberger. He's reeling in Hill City, and he's going to get him down the backstretch. Kyle Lonberger. Here comes St. Francis. Here comes Leota. I hope Kyle's got something left, Dad. Kyle Lomberger with a big-time finish. Here comes Hill City, Kyle Lomberger. Hill City, Kyle Lomberger. And Hill City will win. Minneapolis second. Kyle Lomberger with, I don't know what his split was, but it was fast. Minneapolis second with a time right at 3:36. Wow. No, the clock wasn't right.
Please help pick up the trash before you leave.
I didn't touch it. Did I lose my battery? Yeah, there we go. You brought it back. Wow. 3:31. Minneapolis with a strong finish here in a 4x4. And they're giving point totals right now, so we'll just wait on it.
Third place, St. Francis. Second place, Hoxie. And in first place with a time of 4 minutes, 12.4 seconds is Osborne.
Good. Down back to normal. Excellent track meet. We anticipate the boys winning this, of course, with the points totaled there at the end of this track meet. Kyle Lomberger and the 4x4 team, Spencer Brown, Jamel Townsend, and Ryan Weedle, with a wonderful finish in the 4x4. We're going to pack up and we're going to head home. I'd like to hear point totals, but I feel pretty confident Minneapolis won this track meet. Boys.